Hello. I posted a New York vlog. Very short video, very chaotic. It wasn't even filmed on my camera. But I did just get a fun new contraption, which I want to use today. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy holidays. We got some Legos because I'm 12 years old. I got a phone, or I got a mount for my camera for my car. We're gonna have a little vlog. I think I want to go to Barnes & Noble because I know they're having their winter sale and it's 25% off everything in store. That's what's on the agenda today. I do want to do one of my Lego sets today, hopefully, and change the sheets on my bed. So just some like chore activities. However, we are going to go to Barnes & Noble and we might walk around a little bit depending on if there's any good winter sales at other places. I know Abercrombie was having a sale, but I don't think we have a actual store where I live. So, but yeah, so let's try and get this thing set up in my car. Okay, I have two places where I feel I can set this up. Okay, this might just be in the way. So this is like a suction thing. How am I gonna do this is the question. Will you stay? Yeah, but now you can't see my face. Like, look, we have a few options here, but I feel as if it could either go here or it could go on the actual thing itself. Less of a driving hazard if I do it like that. This is not gonna work right here. We gotta find, I'm honestly thinking like, bear with me here. How do we do this? What's the best course of action here? I think I figured it out. It's very high tech. It's very high tech, at least for me. This is fun, y'all. We can talk, we can have a little car vlog. Now that we have this set up, I think I'm gonna go. And part of me wants to get a coffee, although I've already had a lot of espresso today. I got a mocha pot. It makes like 6 shots of espresso, and I pretty much drank the entire thing. We do have our DC. My vape in my room. This is not good. No, not good. Okay, okay, I'll be right back because Mama needs her. I'm thinking we go to Barnes & Noble because there is a sale. I think we're just gonna go from there. So Victoria's Secret is having 5 for $20 on their underwear as well. I did their 7 for $35 sale. I really don't need to be spending money. It's the holidays. It's the holidays. Spend your money. Consume. I might get a decaf coffee. A decaf never hurt anybody. Decaf coffee never hurt nobody. So not only is this a vlog, but this is a test. How stable this camera will stay while I drive. Ignore the weird bumps, guys. Come on now. It ain't nothing at all worked up about, okay? I don't think I need another coffee. I've had way too much caffeine today. And there's no good like local spot. I'm just a Starbucks. And then there is a local coffee shop, but I personally don't like their coffee. They have good food. I think that they're more known for their food. They use a really light roast coffee and I don't like it. I'm not a light roast girly. I need a coffee with dark, like burnt toast notes, which I think is why I really like the mocha pot because it makes such a concentrated cup. I don't think it makes like genuine espresso. I've had an espresso machine before and I'd like a really nice one, but they are very expensive and the cheap ones only last so long. Point is, I don't think the mocha pot, I think if you like genuinely look it up, I don't think it makes like actual espresso, but it does make a really concentrated, like, few shots of coffee. But it's good, and I love it. But I also just recently got my nose re-pierced, and I've been trying to actually leave it alone because I have an issue when I get new piercings. When I get new piercings in the past, I've messed with them, or I've been in relationships and they would get bumped a lot.
Bombastic side eye.
They have never healed right, so I have a big scar on my helix piercing that I ended up taking out. But now we have it redone, trying to just leave it alone and spray saline on it twice a day. And that is all. I don't even use a Q-tip. I don't touch it. I don't bump it. I will not touch it. I will not bump it. I will not be picking my nose. I don't know. The last place I got it pierced at, they used surgical steel, and they told me I could change it in 6 months. Or like a month. And I was like, this is not, I don't believe either of these things to be true. And they pierced me with an L. They pierced me with a fucking L, and then the L got caught in my hair, and then it literally ripped my piercing out, and that would be like a common occurrence, and obviously that shit's not gonna heal right if it's getting ripped out every 5 seconds. We have a flat back titanium stud in now. Other than that, those are my updates, y'all. I hope you enjoyed listening to me yap about my current life events and plans. Recently, I've been really enjoying getting out of my hometown. I really have been enjoying new scenery and exploring as well. And I also obviously just came back from New York, and all I want is to go back to New York. I don't know, the beach town is just not my scene. It's very nice, and I'm very grateful to have grown up in such a beautiful environment, being like 5-10 minutes away from the beach. But I think it's probably the same for people that grow up in the city or grew up in the mountains. They're probably sick of it. I don't know. That's my dose of wisdom. A fox in the wild with her child. Offer her some salsa that is mild. Have you seen that? Are we understanding the reference, people? What are we doing? Hey guys, what are we doing? Hey, what are we doing? We might have to do a little walking. We're parked behind a Tesla. Guys, we're with the cool kids, apparently. If you stuck it through this portion of the video, I salute you. Do we keep this little like hair down moment going on? Is this cute, or do we go back to the braids? Also, I'm not wearing any fucking makeup out in public today. So if people look at me and wonder if I've slept at all in my entire 20 years on this earth, we'll know why. Let's see if we can find any fun sales. Let's see what the universe has in store for us, chat. Let's do it. Y'all, this ain't looking too good. I either sit in my car and yap to y'all for another 10 minutes while my phone charges, or I can go in and just hope for the best. Or I'll just come back and show you what I got. My phone died. However, I'll show you all the finds that I happened to get. Oh my god, hello. Sometimes she takes a second. A bit taken aback by the mass amount of people here. Let me give y'all the haul. Why is everybody upset? And there's 2 girls parked directly in front of me, and they probably think I'm a freak for talking to myself. We went to Ulta, and normally I would not be spending money in a place like that. I saw somebody on TikTok. I was influenced, and I got this lash serum, but it was 15 bucks, and I was like, you know what? We'll try it out. So this will be my nightly routine. And then I went into Barnes & Noble's. They were doing 25% off the entire store. I got this book that a lot of people were saying was really good. And it's very short. I've been in kind of a reading slump recently, so I'm excited. Where did she get that coffee from? So I'm very excited to open this up and give it a gander. Yeah, that's my haul. I'm tired, and I think I want to go home and build my Lego set.
And I was like, yo.